everyone, so welcome back. Today's video is going to be my February favorites. So let's jump into it. Before we get jumping into this video, I'm not going to do a huge long spiel, but if you guys want to follow me, you guys know what to do. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Otherwise, I'm just going to leave everything down in the info box and we're going to get started. So the first thing that I wanted to mention is this right here. This is the Jergens Wet Skin Moisturizer. I know some of you guys saw this in my glam bag and I was kind of hesitant about it, but I ended up using it. You're supposed to use it right as soon as you get out of the shower. You use it on damp skin and then you kind of pat yourself dry. Didn't think this was going to work and it actually does. Even though this looks a little bit interesting, I definitely recommend checking it out. It is kind of cool. It's got a very different premise to it. You just got to remember to do it before you get out of the shower because there's numerous times where I've forgotten to, but when I do use it, I really do enjoy it. The next two things I wanted to mention are some ALGENIST products. The first one I wanted to mention is this. This is the Genius Ultimate Anti-Aging Cream. I have been using this since Christmas. You guys must have seen this in my P.O. Box haul, so you guys can see I've really used up quite a bit of it and I absolutely love it. I can immediately see a difference. My skin has smoothed out. You guys can tell by the texture. Everything is starting to smooth out a lot better. I also find that even though I have combo skin, my skin isn't feeling very oily throughout the day and it doesn't feel like it's overhydrated. It's just the perfect amount and it doesn't state whether it's for oily or combo skin. I believe it's for all skin types. So that is really nice. I use this in the morning only. So that one I really, really love. So the next one I wanted to mention is this one right here. This is the ALGENIST Power Recharging Night Pressed Serum. You guys, I have found my ultimate need in life. This thing is incredible. This is actually a serum, but it's pressed into a balm and you use it at night and it kind of is supposed to recharge your skin. I believe the first thing I read was 94% of people within the first 7 days saw their skin smoother. I've been using this now for over a month and I only know that it works because I've gotten a lot of comments from you guys and from people on Instagram stating that my skin has looked very healthy and it's starting to like really come back to life, and this is it. I swear to you, this is exactly what I use. I make my husband use this even though he's terrible at skincare routines. I make him use this because I love it, and the smell, it smells so masculine. I just absolutely adore it. This is a much more pricier product, but it's definitely worth the investment if you were somebody that likes serums or you were looking for a new serum or even a moisturizer. I actually use this in combination with the moisturizer, and I find that when I use it, which is every night before I go to bed, I put it on. I actually mix it with a little bit of moisturizer and it does give enough moisture. So if you are somebody that's oily skin, I think this would work really well for you, especially with the summer months coming on and you don't want to wear anything too heavy. Try this out. I definitely please recommend that you at least get a sample of it, especially if you're into skincare. It's top notch. So moving into makeup, this is a newer purchase of mine, but it's still one of my favorites already. These are the STILA Magnificent Metals. They're really good as anything. They're really easy to apply. It's a lot easier to apply than what was the other ones. They had the other ones which were chunkier. I can't remember exactly what it's called right now, but they were in a pot and they're chunkier and they're very, very difficult in my opinion to play around with. And they add just that nice pop of color and it's not too much, and they have a really good shade selection. There's not a ton of shades in them, but there's just enough to kind of give everybody a little bit of taste of fun. So let's jump into some palettes. Two of the palettes that have really been catching my eye here recently in the month of February. The first one, and I just have this one because this is what I did this makeup look with today, and yes, I filmed it for those of you guys asking. These are the COLOURPOP shadows. This particular palette is called the Low Key palette, which is what I used for this eye look, although in general, I have quite a few of these COLOURPOP pressed shadows. I must say, I am very, very impressed with these COLOURPOP shadows. I was very hesitant about them just because COLOURPOP has come out with so many great things that there really isn't a whole lot in their lines of products that are bad. So I was like, oh, I'm sure this isn't gonna be good. I really had lower expectations for these pressed shadows and I'm blown away. I mean, the payoff on these colors are really, really good. The consistency is really good. They're very soft, they're very buttery. There is a lot of fallout, I will say that. They remind me a lot of the Anastasia Beverly Hills new shadows. especially like her Modern Renaissance palette, where you guys probably know, even though that's a beautiful palette and the colors are spectacular, there is quite a bit of fallout, and I find that these also have a little bit of fallout as well, although that doesn't take away from the fact that they're very, very easy to work with, and the payoff is magnificent. I mean, it didn't take me very long to create this look, and I just find myself really catching myself going to these colors quite often. I have another Z palette that I have right here, and it also has quite a few ColourPop shadows. So if you guys know the Balm basically has quite a few palettes that have the same exact kind of theme. And this one I just had to get, not only because I already own the other palettes, but also because it has all of the colors that I could use. This is a great travel palette. When I went away this weekend, this is the palette I took with me. It's all I took with me, and it had every color I could basically need. I did also take one shimmer shadow, but I never ended up using it. I only ended up playing around with this because it gives you nice neutral colors, nice everyday colors. You can get dark, you can get smoky, and it's just a really good palette. And then I wanted to mention the lip toppers, because I know that you guys have probably heard me go crazy over these. I've taken pictures of these. You guys, I'm just obsessed with these. These are usually in my purse. I always keep this one right here, which is Skinny Dip, in my purse, just in case, you never know. But these are a perfect combo to add on top of anything. If you guys want to change up your lipstick routine, if you guys have a lipstick that you love and you just want to change it up just a little bit, try putting a topper on these. You guys, it will change your life, I promise you. I promise. So I own quite a few of the Maybelline Sensational lipsticks. I've owned them for quite some time. I have them back here, an entire row of them. But this one, they just came out with a bunch of new ones. I picked some up, and this one here, you guys, I love it. This one here is called 575 Brown Blush. And I immediately swatched it, and I was like, I'm done. Look at that. It is a perfect pinkish with the purple undertone to it. It's just beautiful. It goes really well with just about every lip liner I own, every liquid lipstick. It's perfect. I've been keeping this in my purse. It hangs out with me all the freaking time. And lastly, we're going to talk about highlighters. You guys know I'm not going to forget highlighters, especially this month, when I'm sure you guys already probably know some of the highlighters I'm going to mention. I actually only have two, but the first one I wanted to mention is OFRA Cosmetics and Beverly Hills, and I'm sure you guys have seen me use this so many times. You guys go through some of my Instagram posts, it is like Beverly Hills, Beverly Hills, Beverly Hills. It's all I've been using. I'm obsessed with it. It's just perfection, you guys. Like I've stated before in a video, if I'm going to repurchase another highlighter, for sure, it's going to be this one. If you guys have not gotten your hands on it, I definitely would recommend the purchase of it. It is one of those highlighters that I feel like everybody needs to try out. I also really like it because it's got numerous colors in it. So it's going to work for a lot of different people. If you are somebody that has a lighter skin tone, it's going to work well. If you have my skin tone, it's going to work well. If you have a darker skin tone, it's going to look well, because you can either kind of swirl it all in, you can kind of dib dab and play around with different colors. It's a really beautiful kind of all-in-one palette for just about anybody. And then the last one I wanted to mention is this one right here. This is the COVERFX in Moonlight. And I know this has been out for a while, but I haven't been able to get my hands on it. It's been sold out on Sephora online. I happened to go out in the middle of nowhere here in California. Yeah, it's possible. And they had a JCPenney with a Sephora inside of it, and that Sephora had everything. Like, they had all of the COVERFXs, they had all of the Shape Tapes. I was like, this is my holy grail Sephora. So, of course, I was only there to pick up one thing, and I ended up coming out with like 15 things, but this was one of them. So what I've been doing is taking some sort of a brush. This one here is the M437. It kind of looks like a fluffier contour brush, and I just take a little bit of it right on the brush, just kind of stipple it in there. You don't want to get too much product because you can get really crazy with this highlighter. And then I'm just going to kind of work it right into the skin. Sometimes when you use a cream product on top of a powder, you can see the definitive line of where the powder and the contour kind of meet, and it's kind of like, it's not blended out very well. This just gives a nice, much more softer, more natural effect in my opinion, and I just like the effect much more. Plus, if you go in on top with the highlighter, oh, it's just even prettier. So that is exactly what I do here recently with cream highlighters. I need to stop. Okay. Anyways, so that is what I've been doing. It's just a beautiful, beautiful highlighter. I can see myself going through quite a bit of this. I already have. I know some people use it in their foundation. For me, that's a little too much, but I just personally like it right on top using a brush. So it's a great pre-highlighter to your highlight game. You know what I mean? Kind of like when you pre-game to your event. It's kind of like that. Like you need a good pre-game to go to your event kind of a thing. You know what I mean? Anyways, trying to make a metaphor, but I don't know if it went through. So anyways, that is my February favorites. If you guys are wanting to see this makeup tutorial, I think I'm going to post this before I post this video, so I'm going to have it linked down below for you guys so you guys can check it out. Otherwise, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope to see you guys all in my next video, and I hope to chit chat with you guys on social media. If you guys haven't, make sure to follow me there. Otherwise, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.